यशोदानन्दना व्रजगानरञ्जन यज्ञोदानवन्दन व्रजगानरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारि यमुनातीरावनचारि जय राम 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 कुञ्जरि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम जय राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधा गोपी वल्लभ राधे जय राधा गोपी वल्लभ जय निताय गीता पावन गौर हरि जय निताय गीता पावन गौर हरि जय निताय गीता पावन गौर हरि जय गीता पावन गौर हरि जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय 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 ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुपाद आचार्य कष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव मंडली की जय और संबंधी होते हरे कृष्णा रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम कैंटो 3 chapter 31 text number 42 hey, online, can you hear me properly?
Look, little slow volume today.
Slow volume?
Now, yeah, little slow volume than regular.
Okay, Mataji. I'll try to speak louder little.
Thank you, Prabhuji. This is good, Prabhuji. Now it's good.
Thank you. So 3:31:42. Tam atmano vijaniyat. Tam atmano vijaniyat. Patya grahatmakam. Patya grahatmakam. Daivopashaditam mrityum. Daivopashaditam mrityum. Daivopashaditum mrityum. Daivopashaditam mrityum. Mrugayor gayanam yata. Mrugayor gayanam yata. तामात्मनो विजानीयात्
तामात्मनो विजानीयात्
पत्यापत्याग्रहात्मकम्
पत्यापत्याग्रहात्मकम्
दैवोपसादितं मृत्युम्
देवोपसादितं मृत्युम्
मृगयोर्गायं मृगयोर्गायनं यथा
मृगयोर्गायं यथा तामात्मनो विजानात् विजानीयात्
ताम् आत्मनो विजानीयात्
पत्यापत्याग्रहात्मकानि
पत्यापत्याग्रहात्मकम्
दैवोपसादितं नित्यं
दैवोपसादितं मृत्युम्
मृगयोर्गायनां यथा
मृगयोर्गायनं यथा. Translation and purport by His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
A woman, therefore, should consider her husband, her house, and her children to be the arrangements of external energy of the Lord for her death, just as a sweet singing of hunter is death for a deer. Okay, I repeat. A woman, a woman therefore should consider her husband, her house, and her children to be the arrangements of the external energy of the Lord for her death, just as a sweet singing of the hunter is death for a deer. Purport. In these instructions, Lord Kapiladeva, in these instructions of Lord Kapiladeva, it is explained that not only is women the gateway to the hell for a man, but a man is also gateway to the hell for a woman. It is the question of attachment. A man should become attached to women because of her service, her beauty, and many other assets. And similarly, a woman becomes attached to a man for he is giving her nice place to live, ornaments, dresses, and children. It is a question of attachment for one another. As long as either is attached to other for such material enjoyment, a woman is a dangerous for a man, and a man is also dangerous for the woman. But if the attachment is transferred to Krishna, both of them become Krishna conscious. Then the marriage is very nice. Srila Rupa Goswami therefore recommends अनासक्तस्य विषयान् यथार्थम् उपयुञ्जिता निर्बन्धः कृष्ण सम्बन्धे युक्त वैराग्यम् उच्यते. A man and woman should live together as a householder in relationship with Krishna only for the purpose of discharging duties in Krishna consciousness. Engage the children, engage the wife, engage the husband, all in Krishna conscious duties. And then all these bodily or materially attachments will disappear. Since the medium is Krishna, the consciousness is pure and therefore no possibility of degradation at any time. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakammalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanitam tam sajivam sadvaitam savadutam parijana sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo mukam karoti vacham pangam langayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanandamamadam Sri Chaitanyeshwaram. Hare Krishna. So these are the teachings of Lord Kapila to Mother Devahuti. So until this chapter especially, title, what is the title of this chapter? Lord Kapila's instructions on the movement of living entities. So if you read this chapter, just the translations, until this verse, until the verse number 42, any feminist reads this verse, no, they will become totally against Krishna consciousness. Get to know this. So this is like one should understand, like when Krishna says something, it is for our benefit. Like in the previous verse, now verse number 41, I read the translation one more time so that you get understanding how it is concerned. Until this point of time, until the verse number 40, Kapil Dev was instructing to Mother Devahuti. Mother Devahuti was a woman. She is a woman and she is altogether blaspheming. Very strong, and okay, women is Maya and attachment to women is the gateway of hell, all those things. He's saying to Mother Devahuti only. Mother Devahuti was nicely listening. And anybody even speaks on those verses, they have to speak against women. That is, the verses are like that. So, but now the verse number 41 says, a living entity who, as a result of attachment to women in the previous life, has been endowed with the form of a woman, foolishly looks upon a man, looks upon Maya in the form of a man, her husband, as a bestower of wealth, progeny, house, and other material assets. So basically, Lord Kapila is nicely saying him here, because when a person is a man, when he gets attached to women because of her service, because of her beauty and her gentle nature and her kind-heartedness, he becomes so much attached to the women. His entire mind is occupied by the women, and at the time of death, he meditates on the women, and then he becomes woman in the next life. And the women who sees her husband, oh, he's such a nicely taking care of my family, he's such nicely giving protection, nicely giving shelter, and women, especially in those days when women are not working, women looks upon her husband as a bestower of everything, wealth, progeny, and protection, and emotional support, and all those things. And Kapil is saying, for women, man is Maya, for man, women is Maya. And Kapil is saying, women looks upon Maya. Until now, Kapil was saying, women is Maya, women is Maya. But now Kapil is addressing the women in general and says, women who looks upon her husband for everything as a shelter, and who meditates upon her family, her women and children as all in all, and they basically women are mostly emotional, and they are very much attached to family more than men. It is said that Prabhupada says a family stays together only because of women, because everybody is centered around, like everybody invests their emotions in the women, and women has the ability to reciprocate to all the emotions. That's why husband, children, until they grow up, mother is the center point of a family. So that's why Sri, the expansion of Sri is like who expands, who actually, because of the women, presence of a woman only, a family stays together. Otherwise, Prabhupada says, because of attachment to women only, man takes care of the family. And because of attachment, because women have so much love for his kids, then man is obliged to take care of the kids. the loving affection for a man develop upon the kids because of the women only. So basically, but here in this verse, like Kapil Dev is very much addressing the women in general and saying that is not the goal. Of course, because of women, family life. See, family life is good. Family life is good as long as it is Krishna conscious. But if the family life is not Krishna conscious, if family is only concerned about making money and gratifying their own senses, gratifying senses of each other, then it is Maya. It is a deep dark well. It will become a deep dark well. But the same time, Rupa Goswami writes that verse, right? Uh, uh, Falgu Vairagya. The same things, the women, the man, the husband, wife, children, all those things, if they are properly engaged in Krishna consciousness, the same things which are the source of your attachment, source of your fall down, source of your repeated birth and death in this material world, will become the source of liberation. Because Sankirtan is the Yuga Dharma. If one does Sankirtan means there are two meanings. The Kirtan of the Lord is called also Sankirtan, and Kirtan of the Lord along with other devotees is also Sankirtan. Sangha and Kirtan, Sankirtan. So, because Lord's holy name and Lord's pastimes are always uh, together with these potencies, with these other energies. That's why it's called Sankirtan. Even if a single person sits and chants, that is also Sankirtan. But if many devotees sits and chants and sits and discusses about the glories of Krishna, that is also a form of Sankirtan. But both of them are very powerful. If entire family becomes devotees, if Krishna is the center of the family, I was reading a nice quotation by His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. The Maharaj says, what is keeping oneself what is keeping Krishna in the center means keeping oneself out of center. If you don't put Krishna in the center, then you will actually meditate upon thinking that everything is for my enjoyment. This family is for my enjoyment, this woman is for my enjoyment, this man is for my enjoyment, and kids also think this both parents and this wealth and everything is for our enjoyment. But when they keep Krishna in the center, then everybody is serving Krishna, and that way everybody will become benefited, and everybody does Sankirtan, everybody becomes Krishna conscious. That is the ideal Grihastha ashram. Otherwise, it will become a Gruhameri. Okay. So now here, if you see, what is actually the binding factor in a family is like they call prema, right? What is the difference between the lust and prema is Kama prema in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it said Kama prema dhunkara vibhinna lakshana lava ara hema yaiche swarupa vilakshana. Love and lust has different characteristics, just as iron and gold have. And the next verse, it is said, Atmendriya priti pancha tare bale kama, Krishnendriya priti icha dare prema nama. So the desire to gratify one's senses is called kama, the lust, but the desire to please the senses of Krishna is prema. And if you read the purport of that word, he says, what is prema? What is love? If there are ample reasons for the dissolution of the conjugal relationship, and yet such a dissolution doesn't take place, such a relationship of intimate love is called pure. So, means again it can be applied to our affection in the family also. Always there will be some conflicts, especially in the age of Kali. Everybody has very high egos. Always there are many reasons for one to break the relationship, but they don't break the relationship, they continue. And Krishna Kaviraj Goswami gives like Prabhupada gives the example that gopis are the best example for this for this, because gopis, what they had from Krishna, they only had association for 11 years, that's it, 11 to 12 years. And Krishna left them all together after rasa dance is over and they do surrender to Krishna, and Krishna knows their heart, and they are showing all their love towards Krishna, but still Krishna left them and saying that I will come back soon. Krishna didn't come back until he was 120 years old. But still, when Uddhava comes to see Vrindavan, everyone of Gopas, Gopis, and Yashodamaya, and Nanda Maharaj, all those personalities, they are so Krishna conscious, so much so Krishna conscious that as if Krishna just left yesterday only. That is the intensity of their love. They had all the reasons to give up Krishna Bhakti. Even if we ourselves, when we say a Gopas and Gopis should not think about themselves, we have to think about ourselves. We have to keep ourselves as a devotee and see how, we might be doing many services. Sometimes we get reciprocation, sometimes devotees will glorify us, sometimes nice reciprocation from the Lord also happens. That is His kindness. But if our devotion service is pure, then it means that whatever may be the situation, I am not going to give up the service of Krishna. Sometimes things work out very well and everybody is kind to us, everybody is encouraging us. And sometimes we might be discouraged by somebody, some devotee might talk something strongly. Some external factors also, our health, weather, all those things. So irrespective of what are the factors, our devotion, our service to Krishna is not hampered. That is the pure devotion service. Ahituki apratiyata. It is not motivated by any external factors, and apratiyata means it is always continuous. So that is the way one can progress nicely in devotion service. So, but why this attachment between the man and woman initially takes place is because they think that because of this person only, I'm getting a lot of help. Because I have my husband, that's why he is taking care of me, he's giving me support, and he's taking care of my kids. And because I have my wife, she's taking care of my home, she's doing such a nice service to me, all those things. Yes, that is true. One should be grateful to whoever one should look at them as a representative of Krishna. Because of Krishna's mercy, Krishna is I got this person. He's a representative or she's a representative of Krishna. One should see that way. That is the right way of taking. Because then Krishna will be the center. Krishnendriya Priti. You are taking care of your family, your kids, and your husband, your wife, not for yourself, not to gratify your own senses, but to satisfy Krishna, because they are children of Krishna and I am their servant. That should be the mood. Then the same family, which is the cause of attachment, will be the cause of liberation. If not otherwise, if one thinks that, oh, this family only is my responsibility, and this only for my enjoyment, only I will be nice only to this persons only because they'll gratify my senses, but not other devotees because they are out of my jurisdiction, or they don't gratify my senses as much as this person do. Then you are keeping yourself as a center. Not we are not working for Krishna's purpose. We are not to satisfy Krishna's senses or Krishna's mind, Krishna's heart. So when we have this understanding that we are all alone, and only the person who cares about us, who actually takes care of us at every step of our life, is Krishna himself. That's why Prahlad Maharaj says in that verse, okay, Balasya neha sharanam pitarau narsimha. In that verse, Prahlad Maharaj says, Lord Narsimha Deva, because of bodily conception of life, the embodied souls neglected and are not cared for by you cannot do anything for their betterment. Whatever remedies they accept, although perhaps temporary beneficial, are certainly impermanent. So, for example, a father and mother cannot protect their child. A physician and a medicine cannot relieve the suffering of a patient. And a boat in the ocean cannot protect the drowning man. So, if you see the Kardamuni past time, Kashyap Muni, not Kardamuni. Kashyap Muni and Diti conversation. When Diti approaches Kashyap Muni, then in the evening, Kashyap Muni wanted to, postpone or pass some time. So he engaged some conversation with the Diti, saying that he glorifies the wife. Okay, wife is like a fortress. Somebody staying in that fort and fighting, they cannot be defeated. Why wife and husband is like fortress is, as an embodied living entity, everybody senses are very strong, and senses are like the enemies. They can attack us at any point of time. Enemies attacking us means attack our spiritual life. If somebody engages in any other adharmic activities like illicit sex, uh, uh, then it is a great sin actually. So, and Kashyap Muni says why glorifies the wife is because the wife is there and because the husband is there, one can actually gratify their senses under the jurisdiction of dharma, under license. Prabhupada says only Grosas has a license for sense gratification. So, association with opposite sex can relieve their hankerings, the urges of the senses, and still they can continue in the path of bhakti without contamination of mind and senses. So, but actually what is happening is, unless Krishna's mercy is there, nobody can protect anybody. Here Prahlad Maharaj is saying, father and mother cannot protect the child actually. They can externally make some arrangement, but unless Krishna's mercy is there, that protection will not help them. The physician does his, when a physician is treating a patient, he does only external his duty of taking care of the situation, but actual improvement has to come from within. So that is actually by the will of Krishna. So one may say, oh, I'm not cured by Krishna, I'm cured by this physician. Thus physician is only an instrument for Krishna's grace. So one may say, I'm not protected by the Krishna, I'm because I'm so happy, I'm so comfortable because of my parents and their wealth and their prosperity only. No, it's not true. Your parents, your health and your wealth is only a instrument for Krishna. They are the instruments of Krishna to protect you. So when one thinks like that, ultimately we'll be grateful for everything and anything that we come across in our life. So then we'll be fully Krishna conscious. For anything positive happens in our life, we'll be grateful to Krishna first. And also we'll be grateful to the representative of Krishna. It can be husband, wife, father, mother, children, or any other person. First of all, we should be grateful towards Krishna. How should we express our grateful towards Krishna is by regularly associating with Krishna and his devotees and practicing our sadhana. Our sadhana is nothing but expressing our gratitude towards Krishna. So Krishna has been taking care of us from life after life after life. Irrespective, we love him, we don't love him, we do bhakti towards him, we don't do bhakti towards him. He has been taking care of us. And he has been with us when we are the Indras and Brahmas. And he has been with us when we are the worm in the stool, or such a hogs or dogs also. And he has been with us in our life also at every step. There is not a moment when Krishna left us. So how much can we reciprocate for Krishna's love? That's why Prabhupada said Krishna has the heart of million mothers. One mother can show affection and care and to some extent. What Krishna cares, no mother can reciprocate with that living entity. Krishna at every step, like if you see, just look at our body. We eat and everything, digestion, detoxification and digestion, and then excretion, and also respiratory system, immune system. Everything is such a nice arrangement that everything automatically is carried on by the will of Krishna. So even if little bit Like such a wonderful creation, even our body itself. Somebody may ask, where is God? Can you show me God? God can be somebody who can see God is visible at every aspect of our life. See our body and our hair, no, the hair and our eyebrows won't grow as our hair on the head. If they grow, then it will be blocking our vision. So, like everything is such a nicely set up, controlled, and at every point of time, so that we have a nice, comfortable experience in this material world. In this material world, it's called Dukkalayam. Still, Krishna is giving so much pleasure and happiness in this material world also. But we should, unless one is knowledge, one's consciousness, my intelligence is purified by the scriptures, then only they will be able to see that this is not the actual place of pleasure. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Somebody who sees birth, old age, disease, and death are as a actual sufferings, only that person is in knowledge. Means otherwise all others are ignorant only. Anybody say I'm a scholar, PhD, all those things, but if they don't have the real conception of what is this material world is all about, this material world is not a permanent place where I have to set up my entire energy in this, and unless he has the conception that I have to next step of my life is to go back to Godhead. Only that kind of person is in knowledge. Only that kind of person will have the conception of Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshan. Dukkha Dosha, the real causes of suffering. Then he will work towards getting liberation or going back to Godhead. Otherwise, whoever it may be, whoever he may pose as great intelligent or scholar or philosopher, if he doesn't have this conception of spiritual life, then he is as good as an animal. So we should take proper association and we have proper consciousness, and we should express our gratitude for Krishna at every aspect of our life. Then our life is meaningful, and everything that actually bonds us to this material world will become the source of liberation. So that's why in Chaitanya Charitamrita is a wonderful book where we can actually correlate to everybody, all the devotees who are maintaining families and who are serving devotees, serving each other. Chaitanya Charitamrita is such a wonderful scripture where we can correlate to ourselves. We cannot correlate with the pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj or Dhruva Maharaj because they are in Satyayuga. But Chaitanya Charitamrita happens Kali Yuga only. How Mahaprabhu stressed on the importance of renunciation, how to do perform bhakti, how to be detached, whom to be attached. Everything is such a nicely given in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's why when Malti Prabhu was saying about the pastimes of Prabhupada disciples, how different personalities were saved in different ways by Krishna's mercy. How devotees came in the last moment of their life and reminded them of Krishna before they leave. Such pastimes are so encouraging to us, because Krishna takes care of each one of us. So when these scriptures, when the scriptures are so strong, especially in this section, the scriptures are so strong. The Kabila is so strong about women and men and their attachment to each other. Our attachment, when it is towards Krishna, then everything is perfect. But as long as our attachment is not with Krishna, then we are in danger. We are actually the way it is depicted, it is explained here. When a woman is therefore should consider her husband, her house, and her children as arrangements of external energy. For the women, her husband, her house, and her children are Maya, arrangements of external energy of the Lord for her death. Right? Like it doesn't mean that somebody who is devotee, they don't mean death. As soon as one becomes a devotee, they are actually becoming are proceeding towards the eternal life, where when they go back to Godhead, they will not take birth again in this material world. So if somebody is not attached to Krishna or not Krishna conscious in their household life, but is only focused on our husband, children, wife, and uh, uh, all the external aspect, home, that there is a very good chance that that person will meditate upon them at the time of death and comes back to this material world again and again, go through the repeated cycle of birth and death. Because by our good fortune, we came in the association of devotees like Srila Prabhupada and gave this knowledge. Otherwise, what we could never imagine to think on on these lines. We'll be lost. No, I have to succeed. I have to make a millionaire, billionaire. Then I have to become zillionaire. Huh? And then we'll have got lost ourselves in the rat race, thinking that maintaining the family is the success of my life, making money and giving some charity is the success of my life. That is a very basic and very external. So we should take this verses so seriously, and we have like a different book also. Teachings are Lord Kapila. We have that. We still have in the bookstore. They can take this and read repeatedly and meditate upon it. And if we just like Prabhupada says, right? If we just take one verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, then he says, no, only half words of Srimad Bhagavatam, not even half word, just one word of Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita with real meaning and real purpose, then your life will be successful. Because for to understand that one word, you have to understand one word, and to understand that one word, you have to understand that context, and to understand that context, you have to read it, and you have to read proper, you have to have proper understanding. So if we take one verse, one context of Srimad Bhagavatam to heart and implement it in our life with full seriousness, we don't have to memorize, and if you can memorize it, well and good, because our mind always looks for more and more, newer and newer, because there is a chance that it get bored with whatever the knowledge that we have. It looks for newer and newer things. So that's why even like doing kirtan also, like it is said that Mahaprabhu used to do what we call one melody for 8-9 hours. He is not bored. Like no, we sing like one melody for two three times, and then we have to change the tune again because everybody will get bored. So that is the status of our Kali Yuga mind. But actually, when we are in bhakti, we go deeper into whatever we have in. So we can go deeper into the thinking of each verse of Srimad Bhagavatam instead of focusing on, I want to complete Srimad Bhagavatam, I want to have complete knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam. Because that will be, then you will be using Srimad Bhagavatam for your sense gratification. So, but actual service to Krishna, actual taking message from Srimad Bhagavatam is go deeper, think how it is relevant, apply the same aspect to different same shloka or same words to different aspect of your life, our life. And then when we think in such a way, then Srimad Bhagavatam will be there at every step of our life. But still, there is always advantage of having more knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam, reading more about Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and other scriptures like Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada says, when Prabhupada disciples were going to India and they're saying, Prabhupada, we want to read Vedas, we want to read Upanishads. Prabhupada says, no need. I have given you whatever is needed for you to go back to Godhead. Just focus on that and get out of from here. No need, you don't stay here and read Upanishads, Vedas, and all the Itihasas. No need to do all those things. That is intellectual sense gratification. So before going to other things, we get proficient, we get total understanding of what Prabhupada has given us and how we can better our life using these things. And what is the actual purpose? Being Krishna conscious, improving our Krishna consciousness day by day. How can we say that we are improving in our Krishna consciousness? How is our detachment developing? If our detachment grows every day as we progress in number of years in Krishna in our spiritual life, attachment to material things, attachment to name, fame, attachment to gratifying our senses, are they going down? Means you are progressing in Krishna consciousness. If they are growing more and more, you are becoming more and more self-centered, more and more arrogant, more and more lusty for sense gratification. It means you are not on the right track. That is the measuring. They asked, how can we know that we are progressing in our spiritual life? Prabhu says, is your sense gratification, is your anarthas going down or not? We have to measure that. So if your all anarthas, lust, greed, anger, illusion, all those things are going down, means we are progressing nicely in Krishna consciousness. So that should be our measuring criteria, and we should take the message of Srimad Bhagavatam and go deeper and deeper into each verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, each sentence and each context of Srimad Bhagavatam, so that we can be able to consider Srimad Bhagavatam as Bandhu, like Sanatana Goswami says, right? He is Srimad Bhagavatam is my only friend, only friend. So then Srimad Bhagavatam, it means like Srimad Bhagavatam is for also Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita and other books that are given by Srila Prabhupada. When we are in that stage, means we are safe and secure, and we can surely say that we will be able to succeed in our life. What is succeed in our life is going back to God. Okay, because life is a preparation and death is an examination. Okay, we'll end it here. If anybody have any questions or comment, and I'm sorry if I spoke anything beyond my adhikar, you can discuss any questions or comments.
Oh, nice class. All these instructions by Lord Kapila to his mother, basically giving instruction to all of us.
Yes,
Um,
every one of us individually, everybody should think that when we hear Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita, when we hear Bhagavad Gita, we should keep ourselves in the shoes of Krishna, Arjuna, and directly you should feel that Krishna is directly instructing me. When we hear, for example, in the context of, so entire Srimad Bhagavatam is discussion, right? So we should keep ourselves in the shoes of a receiver. Here we have to keep ourselves in the role of Mother Devahuti. And we have to take that, yes, Kapil Dev is instructing only for me when we have that. Because when we say like, don't attach your kid, don't attach your wife or husband, it's not like Krishna is trying to take your position from you. Krishna is cared about you, not them. Just like when a disease, doctor comes and says to a patient, don't eat sweet, don't eat that, means doctor is concerned about you, because so that when you actually get cured, you can eat nicely. It's not like you have to fast until throughout your life. When your disease is cured, when you become healthy, you can enjoy. But until you become healthy and until you become normal, you don't eat. So our material life is a diseased condition. When Krishna says, don't eat this, don't be attached to this, then when we follow his instruction and when we are not attached to when we are not attached to that material aspect, then we'll be promoted to a spiritual aspect. Like even in this life also, Krishna is Kapila is saying, don't look your husband as your object of sense gratification. Don't you look your husband as a representative of Krishna. When you are saying that, when you are doing that, then you are attached to Krishna and you are attached to your husband also.
oh, this is a part of the Sankhya Yoga. All the instructions. Yes,
Sankhya Yoga is already gone.
It's a Bhakti Yoga.
It's all Bhakti Yoga. Sankhya Yoga in the beginning he says, right? This mind, intelligence, and yoga.
But this is all part of Sankhya Yoga, is itself Bhakti Yoga.
Sankhya, yeah, Sankhya Yoga in one sense, like Sankhya means that listing of elements. That is actual Sankhya. But it actually, Lord Kapil Dev, like Sankhya is already gone, but that will be the basis. From there, he developed the entire thing. So, even in the Sankhya Yoga also, the goal of all the yogas is to come to Bhakti. Hare Krishna, anybody have any questions or comments online?
Prabhuji,
Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji. What?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry. Go ahead, Mataji. Go ahead.
Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderful class. Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
I have a question, Prabhuji. Kapil Dev, Sankapala is explaining women, all this stuff, right? But when women are mother, especially in the family life or college life, when she become devotee,
Yes.
the change is tremendous in the family or friend circle.
Yes, Prabhu.
The influence of women, especially in the age of Kali, especially these the so-called
Yeah,
going on
actually, I
this age
said,
now.
right? Women is the center of the family. Mother is the center of the family. When
Yeah,
she becomes
so
devotee, like we can say like 50% of everybody's devotion is fulfilled, because everybody will get
yeah,
prasadam, everybody will be when they are attached to women or mother, then the kids will get benefited, and then the husband will get benefited, and then they actually gradually, when she has rightly spirited, she will actually bring them gradually towards Krishna.
yeah, because whenever like initial days, whenever we come to temple, the mothers decorate nice themselves, and the face is so beautiful, always attractive. But slowly, when you are going deeper into bhakti, then nowadays we are looking their feet only. Like, oh my God, I'm not qualified to see only their feet. The feet is so the the mother role or woman role is so important. I noticed the way they are raising kids, um, and even the husband is going down in the bhakti Krishna. They're pulling up again. Oh, you're too much entangled in the like friend circle, office environment, or something. It's so nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yes, so what you said is correct. See, like woman is the energy of the Lord. Like she can become internal energy if you become a devotee. She can become external energy if you are non-devotee. That's why if you see go and see the billboard outside to sell cars, to sell a shaving razor also, women is kept in the forefront, because women will attract if like external energy. But the same women, that's why we worship Radharani more than we are actually focused on pleasing Radharani here in the entire ISKCON. Even Krishna is also playing flute only to please Radharani. And Radharani is the center of our entire existence in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. And we worship Radharani only. So that way we are connected to that woman more than any other woman. Okay, and we should see all other Matais as representative of or the assistants of Radharani, and then Tulsi Maharani, like we should see them as sacred as Tulsi Maharani or Radharani. Then only we have right consciousness, and that's why Prabhupada says call everybody as mother. That way you will develop right consciousness with right spirit.
Yeah, that's right, Prabhuji. Because whenever I see Radha Gopi Janova, whenever I see Radharani and Krishna, I see Radharani is so merciful, you can understand. But whenever I see Krishna, dude, just get out, okay? I saw you, whatever you're doing. But whenever I see Radharani's
No. Don't think like that.
mother is, no, no,
Krishna is also very merciful.
I know,
But
but whenever
like
I see Radharani is so merciful. She is like a mother, like how she, when the early days, like when baby take birth, right?
yes.
How she take is like, oh my God, she's the only hope because Krishna, Krishna is, see, thank you, Prabhuji. Salai.
So how it works is Krishna is all merciful, Prabhu. He is so merciful. He is always compassionate. He is always forgiving and accommodating. But there are some limitations where Krishna cannot forgive. For example, if you offend devotee, or if or if you are doing something which is against devotional service, Krishna may not be able to consider you. At that point of Radharani steps up our mercy and show something positive, some positive aspects in us. That's when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes as Gaurang Mahaprabhu, he is not even saying Patra Apatra na deke, means he's not saying who is qualified, who is not qualified. He is giving pure bhakti to everybody, because now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has the mood of Radharani there. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also becomes judgmental, then Nityananda Prabhu will steps in. He Nityananda Prabhu means like even you are like Jagan Madai, Nityananda Prabhu is more merciful to give us bring us back to bhakti. So everybody is very, very like now we are beyond the imagination, beyond our imagination, their mercy and their kindness upon the condition living entities, but no different flavors that we can say. Because Krishna has to act like that so that Radharani will become more merciful upon him. That. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, anybody have any more questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Prabhuji, it was a very nice class, especially the point that you mentioned about gopis. Like, it was really goosebumps, Prabhuji. Honestly, we should see ourselves. There are so many reasons that our mind tricks us to leave bhakti. But remembering gopis' bhakti, we should see they were so eager for Krishna as if Krishna has left them just now. So that is a very inspiring point, Prabhuji. So nice. It was like anytime we are down, we can remember that point. It's so nice. Second thing, Prabhuji, thank you for bringing up Srila Prabhupada's statement about Krishna's love, comparing it to million mothers. That was also very, very nice, Prabhuji. It is like showing how much positivity is there in bhakti. It's not, Krishna is very loving, Prabhuji. And the third most important point that I loved was how to show our gratitude towards Krishna is by our sadhana. Excellent, Prabhuji. It was a very, very nice class. Thank you.
Okay, anybody have any more things to say? Volunteer Tantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Antakoటి Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.
Thank
Jai.